Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a good day today. We're back. We're on time. We're prepared. Everything is working smoothly, hopefully. Everything is working smoothly. Hold on. There we go. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Clear my throat. I don't have the chat pulled up. Hold on. I don't have it pulled up. Wait. And there we go. Hold on. Zooming in because I'm getting old and blind. There we go. What's up, Draconic? Yes, I am sure. 100% sure. After I just pulled up the chat. I have to sneeze. Goodness. Oh. Do I have a sneeze again? Hold on. No, I don't feel it. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Okay. We're here. I'm gonna kill some time for like a minute or two. What's up, Enryu? I'm trying to work on a logo for the channel, but like I can't conjure up an idea. Every idea I've had has failed terribly, so I'm still working on that. I want to get a logo. Killing time. Now that that's over, we have 3 series that we've been reading, and like Draconic said, hype chapter week. Overall, from Omniscient Reader to The Beginning After the End to Black Clover, they all were hype, all for different reasons too. Where should I start? I'm staying true to my word. This stream, I don't want it to be any longer than 45 minutes. Last week it was like an hour and a half, way too long. So I'm not gonna play by play every single moment from the chapters. That's what we read them for. That's what the Discord is for. I'm just gonna kind of bullet point off and hit the things that I like about it. So if like in the comments, if you're watching this after the fact, if you're wondering about what I think about X, Y, and Z from Omniscient Readers from chapters 31 to 40. Was it 30? No, not 30. Yeah, 31 to 40. If you have any questions about that, you could just throw them in the comment section or hop over in the Discord and I'll answer them. I'll definitely talk back and forth about it. How about in the order I read them this time? All right. Guess what? I have bullet points and I wrote them in the exact order that I read them. So we're going to start with Omniscient Reader. We read Omniscient Reader last Thursday. Goodness gracious. You leave now. Hold on. Remove yourself. Sister 19. I'm not reading that. But we're starting off with Omniscient Reader. I really enjoyed. I have to look at the camera because I'm looking at the chat when I'm talking to the chat, but to you guys, I'm just looking off to the side. Look at the camera. I really enjoyed 31 to 40. Oh wait. Here we go. All right. These should cycle through. I really did enjoy 31 to 40. I'm at the point now where I titled this like the turning point. I feel like I'm at the turning point of this series. It's just the series is going now, and I'm just going with the flow. And I'm just letting the series like wash over me, and I'm just taking everything in as it comes. I haven't had anything I've encountered so far kind of like brush me the wrong way, like how I was initially feeling in the first 10 chapters. So first thing I wanted to talk about was Gil Young. Love that boy. I love that boy. From the moment I seen him when he had his little box of insects and at the beginning of this series, I was just like, protect him. He's amazing. He's great. So when you get to the moment when him and Dokja's like having that moment, he's like like you could leave me. He's like, I don't understand why you're even helping us. Like, leave us. Like, if you leave us, you'll be fine. Yeah, young Gil. And I love, and it was the one moment, I feel like this is why I might have liked 31 to 40 a lot, because when Dokcha, it kind of like, it gave me something that I could latch onto for him. Like I said last week, I'm a main character guy. So when he says that right there is the reason why I won't, is because like he's thinking about Jung-hyuk and how he would abandon and use anybody to his advantage because he's a regressor, and whatever his goal is and what he's trying to do, he'll use anyone. And he's like, I'm not going to use you guys or abandon you guys or anything like that. And that's the reason why I was like, there we go. We finally get a moment. I was like, we finally get a moment where I'm just like, all right, I can fully like wholeheartedly like attach to Dokcha and be like, yes. So I really appreciated that. Next thing, I dropped it in the Discord, but it kind of made me laugh. I want to talk about this moment on the screen as well. I'll hit this first. But it made me like chuckle whenever Dokcha was prioritizing having Hyung Seong. Oh gosh. Hyung Seong, the army guy, the big buff army guy with the shield. I can't pronounce his name, forgive me. But he was like trying to prioritize him awakening, because at this point in the story, he should have already awakened by now. And he was like, that didn't happen because of Hyun, because she awakened earlier in the encounters with the oh gosh, I can't even remember their name from last week. Her encounters there, and she was able to awaken. So I was kind of like, it's kind of like Dokcha is in an RPG. He's the main character, and he has this party, and it's like he has to sync. Like he doesn't have to sync experience points into them, but he has to sync like relationship. He has to insight dude, Inoho. He has to that's his name. He has to like build friendship. Like I'm thinking of like Dragon Ball Legends. He's like, yeah, you have to build friendship. You have to build a rapport with them so that he can learn more about them, so that he can get them to awaken. And it's like he's kind of like prioritizing different members of his party to build them up. And I was like, that's pretty funny. So it's in a way like TWSA is kind of like a roguelite in a sense, with Jung-hyuk's story and him being a regressor, and Doke just playing an RPG in this. It's a lot of hijinks and funny in my brain when I'm reading it. But going to the moment with what was her name? I should have wrote her name down. I don't remember. If I go in the Discord, I'll be able to find it. The lady I pointed at. Oh gosh, throat. Forgive me. I don't remember her name. It's like something Lee or something. It made me feel like I had recognized her. I don't know what's going on. Like this throat thing's been happening a lot. What is her name? I just hopped over in the Discord to see if I could find her name, because me and Draconic talked about it just a little bit. You guys probably put it in the chat already, and I'll just whatever. Anna Croft, thank you. Sorry, but with her showing up, something that made me Sword Lady 1 or 2. Something that made me, whenever we're having that moment, and something that I thought of, and I'm trying not to rely on like the preview chapter too much, because I don't remember a lot of what Dokcha was saying in it, but it was definitely showing us images possibly of the future of the series. But it was a lot of, she's like looking for Jung-hyuk, and Dokcha's like, oh, she's looking for him. She must have found me because I did X, Y, and Z. And Jung-hyuk is moving so much more differently than what he usually would be doing in his third regression. Like even the fact like later on and like towards like 36, 37, 38 when we start going into all the different movies, and like and Dokcha's realizing like, yo, he's about to die, like he's about to die and he's gonna give up. And the thought that rung through my head was that, could it be possible that Dokcha, having omniscient reader's viewpoint, knowing the story of TWSA, and he's triggering so many different events, he's effectively, because I'm still looking at Dokcha being in this world as like this story that he's reading and not like real life in a sense. So it feels like Dokcha is essentially replacing Jung-Hyuk as the main character, because all of these things that Jung-Hyuk should be doing, i.e. finding what's his face, like the secret green rooms, and going up against the landlord guy that should have become one of the 10 evils that he ends up making his employee. Like, he's doing all of these things that Jung-Hyuk should be doing. Therefore, now he's not doing them, and he's off doing something else. Like something like his path has been completely thrown off. So now Dokcha's trying to get into his head, but because Dokcha even exists in the first place, he can't get into his head because it's completely different now. He's an NPC speed running all the side quests while the main story's going on. Yeah. So I'm wondering if, because Dokcha is doing a lot of this stuff or a lot of these things. What's up, X? How are you? I don't know if I got anything. I'd have to open up Streamlabs. Let me double check. Let me pull it open. But it was making me wonder, because Dokcha's doing all of these, is it not allowing a place for Jung-Hyuk to exist? And is already like regressor existence, knowing too much and knowing a lot more than anyone else does? It's a very interesting thing. It's a very interesting thing. I did get it. I think I did get it. It didn't pop up, did it? Hold on. They changed. Okay. Yeah, it did go through. It didn't pop up. Let me re-trigger it. No, it's hidden. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I made a goof. Here we are. It's hidden because of what's his face. There it is. There it is. Sorry. I'm gonna re-trigger it again because it didn't show up. All right. Appreciate you, Max. I really do. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I'll put it there. So yeah, I think the last thing I wanted to talk about was how do I pronounce her name? I feel like I was saying it like right when I was reading it, but now it's been a week and I don't know. Jiye or Jiye. The girl, she's on screen right now. I appreciate her character a lot because she's a character that we haven't been around that much, but we seen her at the beginning and then we went a good period of time without seeing her, and then we're introduced to her again, and just getting to see like Sword Lady too. Yeah. So getting to see just how she is and the persona that she puts on, the wall that she's built up between her and individuals. I really do appreciate her character. The cutoff point for this week was absolutely atrocious because it ended in the battle from that movie that her ancestor, the supporting constellation. That's not her ancestor. It's her ancestor's like friend. He kind of is taking like, not pitying. Is he pitying her? Is that the words they use? I don't think it's pity, but he's kind of like looking out for her in a sense and supporting her. So we cut off in the middle of that, but the last moment we got to see of her standing there with like his like spirit behind her, and she's finally embracing after Dokcha like is provoking her to no ends and having her fight for herself and stand up for herself and do all of these things. I really did appreciate that. I really do like her character. The crazy thing, I never would have expected that we would be in all of these movies. We would spend time in Jurassic Park. We would go to Titanic. I didn't expect any of it, but it was definitely a treat. I definitely enjoyed it. I want to know if I don't remember if it was like hinted to us. What movie is Jung Hyuk in? He must be in the final movie. What I can't even like field it to you guys because you guys probably have already read it. What I wonder, because Dokjo is like, I'm glad that's right, Gil. He has Mjolnir. He has Mjolnir. Yes, the boy's worthy. But because Dokjo was like, I'm glad we didn't get stuck in Inception. Inception would probably be a crazy movie to get out of. Even if you knew what was going on, it'd probably be difficult to get out of. But I wonder what movie Jung Hyuk is stuck in that he's to the point where he's just like, essentially what he's gonna do is like, just quit. I'm just gonna quit. I'm tired of this. I'm gonna restart. Dokjo, if I'm in Jung Hyuk's position, he's like, Dokjo's a nuisance. Kids messing up. Whatever I'm going through is crazy. All this stuff is nuts. And I've had it. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna restart. And it's also something interesting to point out too, where I wonder, it just what one thing, and then it's one of the final things I'm gonna point out, and then we're gonna move on to the beginning after the end. But with Dokjo knowing that Jung Hyuk failed in this particular situation, in it's his 8th and his 11th regression, he lost in this side quest. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. And the fact that he lost in the third one. The fact that he lost in the third is where he didn't lose, excuse me. He's losing. He's on the verge of losing. It's interesting. What one? How mad would you be if you regressed all of these times and you got to your 8th regression? You've run through this side quest 7 times and you get to this 8th one and you end up losing and you die and got to start over again. I would be hot. I would be really angry. I'm like, yo, how many times have I done this just the slip up and die in one of these little movies? That's neither here nor there. But I would be hot. Yeah, Doke just scammed her. Out of the potions. That boy, man, he does some things that I love, and then he does some things where I'm just like, goodness gracious, Doke. Guess I gotta keep drinking water really fast. When you play a game and lose in an easy spot just because you want to get back. Yep. I know that all too well. Watch the Ori streams. You'll definitely be able to experience that. That's probably why he was so pissed at the start of the story. Yeah, that does make sense. That's a good thing to point out, because it's the literal beginning for him, and because Doke's just doing things, stuff is just wrong, and he's just like, yo, like he's already fed up. Like, come on. Like he's probably got it in his mind. Like, when I get to this point is when things are gonna get difficult. And the fact that everything is starting now, and for some reason they're unexplainably difficult, I'm pissed off. I'm annoyed. So I get it. I do understand that. I do. But I definitely enjoying 31 to 40. We're gonna be reading 51 to 60 in the upcoming week. I'm gonna read this Thursday. This Thursday, probably like when I get home from work or something. No. No, I was thinking about streaming seafood, but that's not possible. But it's definitely gonna be Thursday. We're gonna read Omniscient Reader. So if you wanna pop in the Discord on Thursday and hang out, definitely do that. I'll definitely be reading then. Moving on to I have something I said in the Discord, and I'm gonna bring it up in the beginning after the end. But moving on to the beginning after the end, I'm saying this now, and this is in no disrespect to Black Clover or Omniscient Reader or Dokja or Asta. Art out of these three series, with the last, like, from what did we read? We read 36. I read 36 to 45, and I'm enjoying the beginning after the end more than Black Clover and more than Omniscient Reader by a lot now. Like, it was close between Black Clover and the beginning after the end, and Black Clover was really good, but the beginning after the end did it for me. And Art, I feel like, I'm enjoying his character so much more than Dokja, so much more than Asta. It's absolutely crazy. I never would have thought that. I was liking Art, and I was like, I think I like Art more than the both of them. And I don't think we've gotten into any crazy moments with Dokja and with Asta, but because we've already hit like this credible and integral moment for Art, for me, seemingly this early into the series, did it for me. Oh my goodness. When Sebastian, like, he's the worst character in the existence of characters. I can't stand them. There's characters worse than him. But when I was reading that, I was having a great time. We were going through the auction. We got reintroduced to the Twin Horns. We got our emotional reunions again. Everything was fine. Everybody was dressed. I need to switch over. Why didn't no one say anything? Why didn't anyone say anything? Hold on. I need to do this. And then I need to do this. I do. There we go. So everyone was like dressed to the nines. Everyone was excited about this auction thing happening. And then here comes Sebastian, piece of crap, whispering to the king about how he wants Sylvie. No. And the king is like, it would be noble if you gave her up. You can have this little lion thing I picked up. We can exchange that. And I'm just like, yo, I was so mad. I was like, we're not doing this. No way. And the exact reaction that Art gave the king, and all the energy and all the spice that he gave all of them, was well deserved. Well deserved. Well deserved. Because ain't no way I'm about to sit here and give you it, because no way. I'm sorry, Mom, and I'm sorry, Dad. We going through it, but I can't do this. When he looked at the king and was like, how much would you sell your kids? I was like, come on, Art. He didn't let me down. Art, yo, he did not let me down. He didn't let me down. I feel like if it was a lot of other characters, I'm not going to say every other character, a lot of other characters would have fumbled that moment. They would have did something stupid, something hijinky would have happened. Art gave me all the energy that I needed. He was firing off on all cylinders. Everything he said, I'm just like, yep, I agree. Get up out of here. Nope. When he activated Static Void, and he should have ripped his leg off instead of bending it backwards at the knee. He should have ripped it off. But when he did that, I was going crazy. I was losing it. I was losing it. Man. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Yeah. The panels that we get with when it was Art and then you had Sylvia above him and he was I don't know what else. I don't know what to say. What's up, 5 yen? I don't know what to say. I enjoyed it so much. Like I enjoyed Omniscient Reader a lot, and I enjoyed Black Clover a lot. The beginning after the end, it like how much that one chapter, I think it was called Clash, that one chapter almost made me double my enjoyment for both series. Almost. Almost made me double it. I'm just like, I did just word vomit. I don't know what to say anymore. It was that good for me. It was that good. I enjoyed it that much. Know Your Place was so good. It was so good. I really like art. I really love art. Really love art. This is the beginning after the end, Cyber. Happy Tuesday. I really love art. One thing I have to I don't watch a lot of isekai. But a lot of the isekai that I have watched, like with a lot of series, there's always like romance, and sometimes there's weird romance, and it's just like, well, yeah, you're a child now, but in your mind you're like 27, 28, 29, 30, whatever, how old you are. Like, you are that old. So it's like you liking someone that's your age mentally should feel a little weird. Because even if you don't have the gift of gab, even if you don't have that, you're mentally older, so you just know what to say more than a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old, however old you are. So the fact that we got to that moment, it was when yeah, he feels like a king. But it was when the king and the queen and their family came in, and Art was looking at the queen, and he like noticed like I think it was a wand on her or something. He was like, dude, I couldn't even like, it was this scene right here. It was this scene on this image, because she noticed him looking at her, like trying to scope her out. And it was at that moment where he was just like, huh. It was kind of like, wow. Like, he kind of like had a reflection moment where he was like, it's these two panels where he's like, I'm not really attracted to anyone that's older or that would have been my age when I died, or anyone that's my age in this new body right now. And I love how I really appreciated the fact where he's just like, he was like, I don't know. He really couldn't put a finger on it. He was like, maybe it's because they're the same age as my mom, and I really love my mom, so that's I don't want to do that. And just none of these girls my age, they just don't pique my interest. He's like, I'm not worried about that anyways. He's like, I got things to do. He's like, I have things I need to do. Like, I'm not worried about being in a relationship. I have to grow up. I have to get strong. I have to get powerful. Like, I have to protect my family. Yes, this was a novel. I know that the same publisher as the novel is publishing a webtoon for it, and it's getting made. It's been ongoing now. He's like, I remember this. He's like, I read this. Yes, if you read the novel, I think it should be titled The Beginning After the End, right? It should be titled the same thing. I know it was a novel first, because a lot of the author's comments at the beginning of the series was telling the novel readers to like not spoil a lot of the webtoon readers. Let them experience the series for themselves. But yeah, Cyber, if you read the novel, here are visuals, official visuals to the novel, if you never knew. So if you actually had visuals, there you go. That scene, I wish I could go back. Let me go back. That scene, Know Your Place was incredible. Incredible. Yeah, it's on Tapas, TAPAS. I'm really enjoying it. Really, really, really enjoying it. But yeah, I really enjoyed just the fact, because in a lot of isekai, you'll, at some point in time, for some people, you might not realize it, but eventually some people just forget about the fact. Like, if it's not like something like Shield Hero or ReZero, where their whole being just gets copied into a new world and they're the same individual, it's different. Like, you're not gonna go too young. You're gonna be interested in the people that you would be interested in. When you have like these situations where someone's like reborn into a new world, but they keep the same mindset, it would be it's a little weird for them to try to it's a little weird. To me, it feels a little weird to have the main character pursue relationships with someone that's their age, especially like with Art, because Art was literally like, he was born again. Like King Gray was born as a child, but he is still someone in his late 20s or early 30s. And like him, like mentally wise, he's like 8 or 9 now, which would probably put him in his mid to late 30s. And that's weird to end up liking someone that's your same age, even though you are 8 or 9. It's a little like it feel like it's a little odd mentally, like from the outside looking in, it's weird. It's very weird. So I'm glad that we just got that moment, because you can have that one moment and we never really have to talk about it again. You truly never have to. You never have to talk about it again. So I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, but the problem is you can't like someone older either. Yeah, because you run into the issue of making them a pedophile. So it's rough. It's a rough thing, because like for Art, he should, like, all of the older women like should, like, mentally to him should be attractive to him, because that's like what he said. He was like, that's the age I was when I died. Like Ascendance of Bookworm, that's a good series, Dexter. But that one, yeah, that one really caught me a little bit, because she had graduated high school, but she wasn't too much older than that. She was like maybe her early 20s, and then she got turned into like a 6-year-old or something. And I think, like, I don't know if she's like crushing on, I can't remember his name, but she's like kind of like flattered by the boy. And it's like eventually, like, if they grow up and they become adults, she would end up with him. But then in a sense that would feel like grooming, because you're older than him mentally. And she tells him almost everything, like, you do this, he's a kid, he's trying to find his way in life, and she's guiding him through life, and he's happy now. But then it's like it's weird, because that kind of feels like grooming in a sense. So when they both finally get of age, it's just like, well, would he but it's different, because he liked her before she got that's different. Like in that situation, the girl she took over, he already liked her. So it's like he probably would end up liking her anyways. But it's just a new consciousness that took over the little girl's body. It's weird. That's a weird one. I like that series though. There's a point in that series where it really turned me off, but I just had to push past it, and I ended up liking everything after that. But nevertheless, yeah, we are a bit off track. I was catching myself a bit off track, because there's not that many isekai that I watch. There's a few, and I feel like they're the ones that I personally think are really good. But yeah, I'm glad that Art addressed that. I'll say that. And the last thing I wanted to mention about the beginning after the end was just where we're leaving off. Jasmine is the one that is going to take Art out on his first is the one that's going to take Art out to be an adventurer, to take him to his test, to see where he tests, or to see like what category of adventure he tests into. Jasmine, right? I want to say it's Jasmine. What are all their names? I don't remember all their names. I want to say it's Jasmine. I know Angela. I know Durden. I don't remember the rest. Is Helena one of them? I'm guessing now. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna remember their names. But I think Jasmine's the one that's going to take him there. And I knew from the moment whenever they were like sitting around the table trying to figure that out, like who's gonna take him. And Adam. And I think Adam was like, the boy would kill me in my sleep. We don't get along. And they're like, you're right, true, yep. I knew whenever they were like, I don't know. I knew Jasmine would be like, I take him, because she she was hurt whenever everything went down and he went off the cliff, and she was the one that had the closest bond with him. So I was like, she's definitely gonna do it. And personality wise, they mesh really well together. He's got the mask. I mentioned that in the Discord whenever because Art needed the cloak that he wanted, the mask that can like hide, like conceal something, and then he needed a good sword. And he had the mask. He's like, yeah, I'm finally gonna be able to let free. And I'm like, you're going with the twin horns. They know you. What are you talking about letting free? Like letting free a little bit. So I wonder if being on this adventure with Jasmine, if he's gonna divulge a little bit more information. I don't know if he would, but I wonder if he'll divulge a little bit more information and let her in a little more, and he can be more of himself. Like kind of when his family's not around, the voice changing mask. Thank you. Like when his family's not around, like he can't help but be like regal and kingly because that's just who he is. And Vincent's just like, I kind of want to do things for this boy. Like it makes me feel like I'm around royalty whenever I'm around him. So, I wonder if that's gonna be something that'll happen. I can't wait to read this. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait. So moving on from the beginning after the end. I really loved it. We're gonna read 46 to 55. So we'll read, that'll be the next 10 chapters we go over. And finishing up with Black Clover. I feel like I'm gonna be right on time because there's not much to talk about with Black Clover. Excuse me. Oh gosh, it's a lot of fighting. We're in the middle of like a battle arc right now. There's a lot of fighting. There's just a few things to bring up. The first thing, I have a few things that I could kill time with, but first thing I mentioned, I don't have pictures. Oh, thank you. I don't have any pictures for Black Clover. I still have to figure out what I'm gonna do to try to avoid copyright, because I even did a little bit of research, and there's a lot of people that have gotten copyright claims and strikes for having jump images for too long. So it's like there's people like that would review chapters and stuff. Maybe fan art might be a good thing, but I would want to get permission from all the people. So I'll probably do that throughout this week, see if I could like find some fan art. I just don't want to throw it up and then have someone stumble upon the stream and be like, yo, he didn't even ask me, even if it's like linked or something. So I'll definitely do that. But there's a lot of people that were like they were just reviewing chapters and they would use different images from the chapters and clapped up, even if it wasn't in succession. It'd be like holding it on frame for like 15 seconds and then taking it away and then talking a little bit more and pulling up something that you would get clapped for that. So I got to figure out a way how to do this. I don't want to sacrifice copyright strikes and all that stuff for it, but we're going to figure it out. I think the fan art thing might be a way to go, or draw it my damn self. I don't know. To put some of these skills that I don't use at all to use. I might commission a friend to do it because he draws. I just might do that. Yeah, I might do that. Anyway, sorry. First thing I wanted to mention is really quick out of the way. With Black Clover, with Asta's abilities and how he has the two different swords. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Asta, like there's names for the skinny sword he has and the big sword he has. If there are names for them and we've been told, I missed it. But if there hasn't, good. I didn't miss anything. But when he was switching, it was in like chapter 26 or 27. When he was 26 or 27, yeah, because we finished 34. He was like, he switched from the smaller sword, went to the bigger sword, or he like threw it, canceled the magic, came through and actually cut Rades. They have names, but we have not been told. Thank you. Like he threw the sword, he canceled the magic. This was in like chapter 29-ish, 30-ish. No, 31. It was after what happened to Fuego Leon. It was after that. So like threw the sword, canceled the magic, like the teleport magic thing that was gonna go through like a portal. it was he canceled that, then came through, cut him, and then he freaked out, and then the fake Aizen Goku dude showed up. But yeah, it was making me think of like Rave Master. Rave Master is one of the first series that I ever read from like start to finish. And with Haru, like he had Aizen Meteor, and then his first sword was Explosion, and then he has 10 swords that he could like switch back and forth to. And it was giving me a lot of those vibes where it's just like, is Asta gonna end up with a bunch of different swords? And then I kind of like went off into a tangent in Discord, like talking about like Rave Master and stuff, because I really do like Rave Master. So I was just like going off on a side tangent. Like I was like, if he gets another sword, I hope it's this, and I hope it's that. And I'm just like, wait, how am I pulling all these sword names from this obscure series from like 15 years ago? I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like hoping on that. But to actually talk about the chapters we read, the first thing that caught me off guard was the Wizard King is not the ruler of the land. And I don't know if that's something that I should have realized from like the beginning of the series, but whenever the person that was inside of like the big bed thing was like, yo, the Wizard King's not here, he should be here protecting me, I'm the ruler of this land. And I was like, huh? I was like, so what status does the wizard like what is the hierarchy then? Like, is the Wizard King and our wizards independent of the throne? And he holds the title of Wizard King, and Wizard King isn't necessarily being a king, it's just he's the strongest mage. Is that what that is? It's been stated and implied before. I probably just didn't realize it. The Wizard King is more like a minister of defense. See, that caught me off guard. I was like, huh, wait a second. Hold on. He's not the king? That's the only way I could say. I was like, he's not the king. I was like, okay, whatever. Next thing. What is her name? I put it in the Discord. I don't remember it. The one that eats a lot from the Black Bulls. What's her name? Her name is Charmy. The little tiny one that eats a lot and she loves food. Charmy is 19 years old. Anime, you need to cut it out. That she looks like she's 10. You need to cut it out. She looks like she's 10. She packs a mean punch. She packs a mean punch, and her mana levels and that attack she did with the goat thing was crazy. But she's 19. That's nuts. That's nuts. Moving on from that, my obligatory Stan moment whenever he's battling and he's battling that lady, I don't remember her name, and she's like trying to like let's be glad most of the characters in the series are in their 20s. That's rare for shonen, right? True. I feel like the youngest people in this series outside like the little girl that Asta's protecting is Asta and Noelle and Mimosa. Like they're the youngest people, right? Everyone else is older than them, and they're like in their mid-teens too. They're not like little kids. Yeah. So yeah, true. You're not wrong. But oh man, I was gonna say something. What was I saying? Get it back. Is it gone? It might be gone. Hold on. I really need to think about this. Thank you, Draconic. You saved me. Who would have thought that Draconic is the person that's supposed to sidetrack me? He's keeping me on track. Awards. Yes, plot. He was fighting that lady, and how he was just like, I have this power. I love how I like how he's flipping a lot of tropes on themselves, and he's just like, oh, this power, it keeps saving me. I don't know how to work it. I like that he was actually mentioning that, like he was he's struggling with the fact that this stuff, like this magic, this weird magic he got from this dungeon, doesn't work when he wants it to work. But then he finally buckled down and he was just like, hold on, let me look at this from a different lens. Let me look into it a little bit more. And lo and behold, Sylph. Lo and behold, Sylph was trying to communicate. He was just being not stubborn, but he was just being closed-minded. He wasn't looking too deep into it. And Sylph came through for him, and now that panel with Sylph in front of him, and he was like, he had that like the crazy eyes, and he went off on that lady. I was at work doing this. I was going crazy. There was no one there. I was like, yeah, I was going nuts. Yeah. So obligatory mention. The thing that I want to talk about and I really want to touch on is the fact that last week I was dunking on all of the older siblings of Mimosa and Noelle. All of the Silva siblings and the Vermilion siblings, where I was like, yo, they're trash. I was like, they're trash. They suck. They're disgusting. I'll never like them. And I feel like I turned the corner on Fuego Leon just as fast as I did with Rengoku. And how ironic, because they're both fire users and they both feel kind of similar. They're not similar that much, but they feel kind of similar in their relation to the main character. It was almost like a chapter, and I'm just like, dang it, I like this guy. I was like, dang it, I like this guy. And then Leopold, he comes through, and I'm just like, he's talking all that, I'm your rival, blah, 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 blah. And then here he comes, and I'm just like, I like them both. What's going on? So I like Leopold, and I like Fuego Leon. His grimoire was crumbling, and I hope they do enough to save him, because I don't want him to die that fast. That's way too fast. No. Like, timeout. We don't need that to happen. Hopefully we can save his life. It was crumbling. Don't get it twisted. They're trash. Just very skilled trash. Fuego Leon and Leopold are cool, though. I like how Fuego Leon, like, he went through the same thing that I can't believe I forgot his name. Help me out. That was with his partner with I can't remember his name. It's the same thing where it's like they look down on peasants, but through the actions of and through the actions of Asta, they're just like, man, I'm an idiot. Klaus, thank you. Like, I'm an idiot. Like, well, I'm an idiot. And the fact that he looked at Asta and was like, I'll be your rival too, and is coaching him to like how to actually be composed and to think himself through all of his actions, and that's what the Wizard King would do. And I'm just like, Asta's just like, and he's actually putting it to use instantly. Where he's fighting, he's like, calm down, relax. He was like, I'll calmly beat the hell out of you. I love Asta cutting himself, getting rid of the curses that was put on him by Rades, I think is Rades, not Hades, but Raids or Rades. Like, I'm just like, this thing, it was popping off, and I'm just like, man. Now I think Noelle's siblings, they are trash. They show up. We don't need help. We don't like working with people. Blah 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 blah. Shut up. I had to mention. I didn't mention it last week. I just wanted to mention Soul. That's it. I just wanted to mention Soul. Nothing else. No mention about her character or anything else. Just Soul. There we go. Next. Moving forward. The fake Aizen, the Aizen lookalike Hogyoku Aizen, he shows up, and I'm just like, he's got the Hogyoku eyes. His name is something. It's did I write it down? Hold on. I did write it down. Voltos. I think his name is Voltos, because I'm gonna say Rades, because it's Rads. Rades. He like called out to him, and he answered him. And he answered him. He was like, he told him, Voltos, do something. He was like, if I was gonna do something, I would have did it by now. He started to move stuff and manipulate some things and do some more things. Like, he just popped up. He was hiding inside of the zombie people. I'm like, this guy. I'm like, just like, get out of here, man. You all these zombie people, they showed up out of nowhere. They've been planning stuff again for the second week in a row. There's no way nobody knows the leader of the Golden Dawn is kind of behind this, right? They're called the people of the Midnight Sun. What are they called? And they will have their vengeance. They took Asta. I was trying to look if they took Leopold as well, but only Noel called out for Asta. So I don't know. I ended on chapter 34. It ended with the little like toad thingy like grabbing Asta, taking them, and then they're disappearing and they're doing something. Eye of the Midnight Sun. Cool name. It's a cool name. It's a cool statement, but they're hooded people. They're hooded individuals kidnapping people. Reminds me of I won't say it. Reminds me of a certain couple of groups. One from ReZero, those hooded people, but then in real life, another group of hooded people that come and they do crazy things. Yeah. I'm really like Black Clover is something that's completely different for me from Omniscient Reader and The Beginning After the End, because those two series are very long. Their chapters are very long. They're in color, but they're very long, and they don't move that fast to me. They kind of take their time with everything that's being set up. And Black Clover is just blitzing. Like, we're on 34 and I feel like so much has happened in this series. It's like so much has happened and there's so many different characters that I like, and Asa's just doing things. He's just ungabunging his way through all of this, and I loved like the progression of Noelle as well, how she's even able to, she's helping out, she's being impactful in battle. It's really good. Really good. Loving Black Clover. I still think it's the order is the same from last week. The Beginning After the End I'm liking the most. Black Clover I'm liking second most, and then Omniscient Reader I'm liking third most, but that doesn't mean I don't like Omniscient Reader. Surprise arc's not honestly over after a volume, right? It's still going. But it does not mean I'm not liking Omniscient Reader just because I have it the third out of these three series I like. There's a situation in which there could have been two other series and I like Omniscient Reader the most, and then the other two I didn't like that much, but it's just how it falls. With we each one cut off in a very distasteful way. We ended off with Shie, and we're stuck in that movie. Like, it's a Korean movie that they're stuck in, and she's fighting back with her ability to use all of the different ships. So we're gonna pick up with that, trying to save Jung Hyuk from regressing. We left off with The Beginning After the End with Art about to go off and test for adventuring, and then with Black Clover we literally left off with Asta being kidnapped. Shonen Jump split these volumes up all kinds of weird. Yeah, I don't know why they're going with like 8 chapters for a volume. It should just be 10. It truly should be 10. I don't know. It feels like it should be 10, because this literally ended with like Asta being kidnapped. So yeah. That's all I got. I'm gonna try to come up with a way to get some Black Clover imagery. To get some Black Clover, you gotta go. Tabata was allegedly expecting the series to get canned around this point. Really? That's a very terrible thing. A lot of the like, I want to say Hori was thinking the same exact way with what's his face, with My Hero, because this was the My Hero's his third series that he attempted to do this for. It's just it's like goodness, like it's the same thing with Phantom Seer. Like, it got to like 30 chapters and got canned, and it's just like everyone was very excited about that. It was selling well, all that stuff. So I might do a special book club. I don't know if I'll do it next week. I might do it, and I might read the however many chapters are available for Phantom Seer, because I've been interested in that series even though it's been canceled. A lot of people had high praises about it, I might do like a special Phantom Seer and just read what's there and then kind of talk about it and talk about what could have been and all of that different stuff. So I'm gonna call it here. A little better today. We didn't cross an hour. I want to cut it down just a little bit more, be a little bit more streamlined. We got carried away with talking about isekais, but I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. For Omniscient Reader, we're going to be reading chapters 41 to 50. For The Beginning After the End, it's going to be 46 to 55, and for Black Clover, it's going to be volume 5. So we're going to do those. Omniscient Reader, we are going to read Omniscient Reader on Thursday, so hang around the Discord for that. And we're going to fill in when we can for the other 2 series, because we're cutting it close again. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm having fun with this book club. Pico's probably wouldn't get time. I'm gonna bring it up. Yeah. I'm having fun with this book club. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know how we could spice this up a little bit. Let me know. You could give me any constructive criticism in the comment section or in the Discord. Hop in like the main chat or the book club chat, and you could just throw some stuff in there. If you have any questions on stuff that I didn't even talk about that happened in any of the series so far, up to what I know, drop it in the comments or the Discord as well. And that's all I got. Thank you guys. Thank you guys again. Hopefully I see you next week, God willing. And that's all I got. See ya. Peace out.
Vida.